Okay, literally seconds ago, the funniest thing just happened. Hold on. A little unprepared there. There we go. Ambient lighting. So, literally the funniest thing happened just like a couple of seconds ago. Okay, so I'm getting stuff ready to go make the video today. I also did a little bit of mise en place for something I'm making for my dinner tonight. I just put it back in the refrigerator for later, but for the most part, things are prepared to go. So yay for preparation. Anyway, so I finished preparing my meal for the night, and I get to sit in my comfortable couch where I am right now, all nice and cozy, and look at my computer, which I have to aside in case I need to look up anything quickly during the video, which it's cool. And because I made a prediction last night that the 49ers would beat the Browns, because again, I don't have cable in my place and I barely have internet, so lots of things may very well just like right over my head. So I look at the score from the game last night, and my initial reaction was like, dang. I was right, but I didn't think I'd be that right. I think the 49ers woke up feeling dangerous. Just saying. Happy Tuesday, everybody. So one thing I actually didn't get to say yesterday that I kind of wish I did is, I said that, the manga chapter of One Piece, is on hiatus this week, so it'll be back next week. But that was another beauteous thing about having my 10-year Trinity Poly reunion. Like, I was so incredibly busy, and time flew by so incredibly quickly that we're already on Tuesday of the first week. Like, normally I find out, also I didn't get an opportunity to read the manga chapter until I got home from Trinity Poly. But still, like, normally when I find out on that Friday that there's going to be a hiatus, potentially, it can feel kind of long. But again, we're already on Tuesday of this week. So, yeah, time is moving by quickly, which is nice. So I guess while I am here and while I am thinking about Trinity Poly still, I guess I can tell you a few changes that they made to the curriculum, actually. See, when I was at Trinity Poly, I said this, and this is what it was like back when I was there. You went to school 6 days a week. 4 full days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and you had 2 half days, Wednesday and Saturday. And on the full days, class got out for the most part around 2:30, but now class gets out at around 3, so a little bit longer classes. However, there is a reason for that, and that is while Wednesdays are still half days, they no longer have school on Saturdays. You're probably thinking, wow, 4.5 days a week, that's awesome. But there's a catch. See, they wanted students to do something, during those Saturdays where they have off of school. So, what students do is a winter project. And the goal of that is they're supposed to be working that, every Saturday, which is a pretty good idea. With that said, it's hard for me to say how I would feel if I had to do that if I was there. Because, like, back then, I probably wouldn't have cared either way. But looking back on it, you had a pretty decent routine in terms of, sport, especially if you had your sports as well. Doing, your full day of class or your half day of class, and you have like sports or whatever and stuff like that. So it's definitely a big difference. But if I had to work on a Saturday project, when I was at Trinity Poly, I would work on that project nonstop until I was done. Not because I want to get a good grade or anything, it's because I want to get it done so I can have more Saturdays to relax and have fun. So yeah, that's what I mean. I shouldn't say that. I would have tried to do a good job with it, obviously. I would have tried to do the proper research. I would have tried to, get everything done at all possible I could to make the most out of what I'm doing, to get the best possible grade. Of course, I would have done that. But in the back of my mind, I just would have been thinking, okay, if I do all this, what I feel is nonsense now, I have more and more Saturdays to relax, and that's awesome. Another thing that's definitely a huge difference is, the dining schedule. See, when I was at Trinity Pauling, on a Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday, we would have a sit-down dinner, and Wednesday afternoon, we'd have sit-down lunch. However, now, every single lunch at Trinity Pauling, every single day, Monday through Friday, and that does include Wednesday as well, are all sit-down lunches, which actually makes sense. See, when I was at Trinity Pauling, especially if you did winter sports, you would have to, you'd have to immediately rush back to your room after, you finished playing whatever sport you were playing, rush to get, cleaned up as best you can, get your nice clothes back on, and head to the sit-down dinner. However, here, since they're doing sit-down lunches all the time now, you're already in your nice clothes. Just have the lunch then. Some people like it and dislike it. Personally, I probably would have fallen under the latter, just because I'm the kind of guy who, if I know for a fact I have to work out, and if I know for a fact I have to do a good job at practice, I like anything more than a tic-tac for me, and it's going to be pretty bad. So, you kind of have to be careful about that. So, I guess in a way it also helps those students who need to worry about that, practice moderation, which, pretty good. I like that. So, yeah, there's definitely that. However, you're probably wondering what do they do the rest of the time for meals? Well, every dinner is, a cafeteria dinner. Go up to get as much food as you want, whatever, which is awesome. So, yeah, definitely some advantages and disadvantages to it, but nothing that, no one could essentially handle or whatever. I mean, again, what I was doing back then was fine, but that was because in the wintertime, I did varsity wrestling, and obviously what I'm about to say didn't really apply to wrestling, but for the JV and thirds hockey or whatever, they would have practice after dinner, really, really late. So, yeah, it doesn't really. This technically is sort of is the better option, I think. So, yeah. Let's see. What else have I missed that was going on? Well, looking back, and one thing I definitely forgot to show you guys is the pond house. I never did show you that. Well, to be fair, it was a little bit out of the way. Plus, I was already doing a whole lot of walking as it was. So, not that I didn't mind or anything. Just those videos for the most part were over average 20 minutes a pop. I'm glad that you guys watch them. I really am glad. I'm thankful for it even. But, that many videos in a row of that length is a little bit, excessive. And it's possible that you may not have the time to watch every day. So, take that as you will. Sorry, I'm trying to think of anything else that was different with the Trinity Pauling School. First of all, I also want to say a lot of you guys really did seem to like the fact that I really did show off a lot, as much at the campus as I could, because it's home, and a lot of things are definitely important to me, and for me, whatever. But no kidding, when I was first thinking about how am I going to do this, the one thing I absolutely want to do is start the video the exact way you see that video start when I first got there. Like, I stand, it was dead center of the middle of the track as I could, so I'd get a view of the campus from the very top of the hill. I would turn the camera around and say, I'm home. That was something I definitely wanted to do. That was like the most important thing. And everything else is like fair game. Well, not everything else is fair game. I try to show you as much as I could. And I really am glad that you guys took a liking to it. And, not that I'm actively trying to get, students to go to Trinity Pong or anything, because ultimately, whether or not, you want your son to go to Trinity Pong, or you happen to be an upcoming high school graduate, or, a student who wants to go to Trinity Pong, that decision is entirely up to you. Making the applications, sending it out there, going all the way to, Pawling, New York for the interview, that's all up to you. I would never try and force, you have to go to Trinity Pawling because it's the best thing in the world. No, I wouldn't force that. You're never supposed to force that. It was ultimately my decision whether or not I wanted to go to Trinity Pawling. Yes, I have mentioned this at the time, but I have mentioned this in the past, but at the time, I was completely not sold on going. I didn't want to go. I thought it'd be stupid and all sorts of stuff that, obviously I would take back now. But now I'm obviously glad I did it. I'm certainly, I definitely feel it may I'm sure something may very well come along to change my mind, but as of right now, it stands as the best decision that, I've ever made. Again, something may come along to change my mind. I'm still young at heart. I am going to be turning 30 in about 2.5 months. So, there's that. I'm still young. I think 30 is young. It isn't how old you are, it's how you are being old. Because, when I was at the alumni thing, I saw plenty of much older and elderly gentlemen who were alumni there, and I can assure you, some of them were just as spry, if not more so than I am. Maybe not physically, but sharp, quick wit and stuff like that. If anything, I picked up a few tricks from them. So there you go. Those guys are, they fought through their share of metaphorical trenches. Some of them are war veterans, so in that case, it's even literal. Which, I always support the veterans. Go veterans, you guys. Thank you. Which, by the way, if there are any Trinity Pawling alumni, or really anyone who's a veteran of, the military, I always take an opportunity to say thank you very much for your service. I'm happy I'm able to, be a free man because, of you. So thank you. I couldn't possibly be more appreciative if I tried. Believe me, that's saying a lot in this day and age. So, there's that. Yeah. I don't know, sorry, I'm going to have, Trinity Pawling on the brain for, the next, year and a half, probably. I don't know. So, yeah. This was, I don't know, I've just been feeling really good. Going back home, it rejuvenated me, it revitalized me. I think it brought me back to, a happier place. Well, not that I wasn't happy or anything, but comparatively. I'm definitely happier now than I was before I left Trinity Pawling. But again, not to say that I wasn't happy at all before I left for my reunion. No, I was definitely happy. I was definitely content. But, it's varying degrees, It's like just because you're happy doesn't mean you can't be happier, I guess. So that's what I'm trying to make. Honestly, you probably are wondering, why didn't I just simply take pictures of everything I was there? Well, I could have. I really could have, because honestly, I haven't meaning to take more photos. It's just, honestly, what could a photo, I mean, a picture's only worth 1,000 words, and what could 1,000 words do or say? What could 1,000 words say that could do anything of what I tried to show you justice? So, there you go. I really am glad you guys like what I showed you, Eternity Polygon. Again, although I have to say this, a certain someone once commented, if I got struck by lightning at all, which, don't worry. I shared this in actually I shared this in one of the Trinity Polygon videos, is that sometimes I like to style my hair like that, and the secret is, to comb it back while you're blow drying. But here's the thing though, you need to use shampoo and conditioner. So, yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes I just like to style my hair like that on weekends, special occasions, or in the case of the Trinity Polygon, even both. So, yeah, that's all. That's cool. That's all. I'm good. Although I am glad you showed concern. Thank you. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video. For all of you guys who watch, enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk or chat, I was going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. Okay, why not? Roll Pride!